So it's interesting because at half-time, this could have been even better for the Forest fairy tale. They led 1-0 at half-time, but it was only half-time. Ultimately, when you look at this, hate to say I called it, it was a draw. What is your take? Is this a successful night for both teams, or maybe still a bit disappointing for Liverpool?
A little bit disappointing for Liverpool, given the differences in the second half. The second half was very different, and they made it different, and fair play. Stephen talked about an increased tempo needed. We definitely saw that. They absolutely asked so many questions of Nottm Forest. Well, I looked at them midway through the second half, and they looked so tired, so ragged, not quite so bank of four. You know, it looked a little less compact. I mean, they run themselves into the ground, and you're seeing the scenes there and the fans cheering and appreciating what this team has done, what the manager's done, based on basically how much they care and how much they're running their socks off, every single player, to try and keep this run going. Liverpool can freshen it up with quality players off the bench, which they did. There was more freshness, again, more kind of differences in the way that they attacked. They will feel they should have won it, but fair play to Forest. And the goalkeeper, again, had a really big game.
I mean, you called it with Jota. He came on as a substitute in the 66th minute. 22 seconds later, he scores a goal. There's something about...
I'm sure he's the smallest guy in the box for set pieces. He gets right in between, and he's done that before, by the way.
And scores a header, to your point. Yeah. But there's something about having that talent on the bench that you know you can bring on, to your point, to keep them fresh. If you're Nottingham Forest, what are your emotions after this game?
Do you know what? They'll be disappointed because they went 1-0 ahead. But then you've got to understand what you're going up against in Liverpool. I love the fact that when you watch Liverpool now, under Jurgen Klopp, we knew what we were going to get every week. Under Arne Slot, he's got the ability to tinker with the systems. You see Gravenberch go into the centre-back position, then he goes back into midfield. So you're constantly asked questions as a player. So Nottingham Forest today will be saying, he threw everything at us there. We conceded one goal. Yes, the goalkeeper was incredible in the way he played, but there'll be a sense that what could have been. However, it's still a brilliant result for them. What
could have been, because at half-time you're looking at that and the table would have been a little bit different. There would have just been 3 points between them and Liverpool instead of the 6. Nevertheless, they're up to second. And this is anything but over. I almost asked you in our coverage before the game, could this possibly be a fixture between two title contenders? What's your answer now?
Well, I think when you look at the league table right now, they are in a position that deserves respect. Mm-hmm. And you've got to say they're in the race, because they're right there. They're in second place right now. There's a long way to go. And I think most people like us would expect them to drop out, but Leicester did in 2016. If they'd have won today, then maybe they think more special things are happening. Mm. But that's a difficult game. As Stephen says, Liverpool, found a way to throw so much at them. They just couldn't. There's the smallest guy from the set piece, the most least expected way of Liverpool to score in that goal. That's what happened in the game. They might be disappointed, Forest, but even so, that's still a great performance from them.
But just quickly, haven't you been expecting them to drop out for a while, and that's just not happening?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. And that's why I won't rule them out. I won't rule them out.
Say it. They're not in a race.
Oh,
they can't win it.
I know. I won't say that.
They're in the race. They're in the race.